Hello everyone, my name is Veritas, and welcome back to Destiny. Now this background video is going to be the Golgoroth challenge from last week. Just a background while I talk to you guys about some stuff going on in the world of Destiny, and some follow-up to previous things I've made comments about. So quickly to go over some stuff, I want to talk about the Golgoroth challenge. I've made a video previously regarding the Oryx challenge. I thought I had more to say than I actually did. So that video was a lot shorter than I actually originally intended, but this is the Golgoroth challenge, and to talk about that really quickly, the Golgoroth challenge is to essentially have each of the 6 members of your fire team, or everyone in your fire team, to hold the gaze each damage rotation. Bungie's intended way for this fight to work is that you have gaze holder number 1, then you have the second person, so 2, on to 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 orbs to be able to be dropped in Golgoroth's pool or arena. So once the first person pulls gaze, the orb drops. Second person will pull gaze opposite of the arena, and that next bubble will be dropped, and so forth. So you have a different gaze holder for each orb. A strategy developed. Originally, the strategy was, was all the orbs. Back in the old days, it was all of the orbs. Then I took a short break from Destiny for unforeseen circumstances, and when I came back, the new strategy was just do one orb strategy. With the damage output people have now, it's much more simple and much faster and much more safe. So we're all familiar with the one orb strat. Most teams do one orb, some of them 2, 1 and 6, things like that, where like the first bubble will be the first person and the very last person will also drop a bubble for him. But with each time the gaze is transferred, a new wave of curse throw will spawn in the pit, and that causes issues. So if you haven't done challenge mode Golgoroth, it's very simple. Essentially, you have gaze holder 1, drop the orb, all 5 jump in the pit. At about 5 seconds, number 2 will jump out of the pit and grab his attention. Then everyone leaves, and then you'll have 3 grab it, 4 grab it, 5, and then 6, and then 6 will eventually just lose it naturally. And then just do that every damage cycle. If someone does die and they can't self-resurrect, that next damage rotation you have to kill him, or else it's a wipe and you need to restart the checkpoint. So that's fine. Also be careful on this. If you do have a bunch of self-resers, or just one self-reser who's suicidal, make sure you do not complete the tablet of ruin in the back of the room. Once that tablet fills with sigils and they all light up, it will wipe the raid. And you also need to be careful to have most of your damage in the pool, because if you take too long, you will enrage Golgoroth, which blinds you, and then you die. So essentially the Golgoroth challenge is just be careful and have teamwork. I like the Golgoroth challenge. I think it's a very simple challenge. All of the challenges are on paper simple, and I believe they are all the way Bungie intended fights to go. The Oryx challenge, on the other hand, I don't really know if 16 by 1, or the 16x1 strat as I call it, but 16 orbs at once is the intended way to do that fight. I have to imagine that the bombing run, or the mortar team, or doing damage but not getting it below half, that, death bomb thing with the knights shooting at you, I can't imagine that's how it's supposed to be. I honestly think Oryx, the best way to fight Oryx is 8x2, or 8x2, or 8 orbs, and then 8 orbs again. Cutting him in half each time. That way you always get the shade, and that way you limit the amount of sprites, so you will have less chance of lagging ogres. And it's a cleaner strategy. There's, you don't have to, save the whole run for the last part with the 16 orbs. If you miss some, you can go again. Challenge mode just kind of puts that to the test. Now, I'll talk about War Priest next week, probably. I'll record some War Priest and then do a video on it then. So I'm not going to talk about War Priest here. But that's Oryx, that's Golgoroth. And now to the other things I wanted to discuss. I made a video on Monday talking about it's okay to take a break from Destiny if what's happening in Destiny does not satiate your thirst and hunger and drive in the game world. It's okay to not play. I put that video out because I felt like it's an important message. It doesn't really need to be said, but it seems to be needing to be said. And also because I felt like as soon as I made a video that talked about, in any way hinted towards don't play the game, that Bungie would release something shortly thereafter that fixes an issue. It's just the way the world works. If you are sitting on a park bench for an hour, and no one walks by, the second you want to get up and walk away, people will start walking in front of you. It's the way the world works. So I put that video out for the community's benefit. For those of you that watch me but don't follow the community very much, I put it out for your benefit, trying to be helpful, giving advice for what you may or may not want to do, and also because it kind of, in some psychological way, did that. So Bungie changed the Iron Banner this week on Wednesday to connection-based matchmaking, or CBMM. I watched a popular Destiny streamer play skill-based up until the time change, and then watched it switch to connection, and it was a noticeable difference. I chose not to play Iron Banner until I knew that connection-based was in effect, and the few games I played today, as rusty as I am from playing Fallout 4, they felt as clean as they could be. There was still some, bullshit from people, and there's still going to be lag, but it felt good. Cathedral of Dust did not feel good. That map does not need to exist. But, it felt good, and I'm happy that Bungie's responding to our outcry. In other news, they have a new CEO. Hopefully that'll make Destiny a better game in the future. As he said, that is his new goal, is to deliver on the promise that they made for Destiny to be a one-of-a-kind and amazing experience. So connection-based matchmaking is now in effect inside Iron Banner. Iron Banner specifically. It is not in any other playlist or launchable activity other than, for Crucible, the Iron Banner. So your experiences inside the banner will be connection-based. Your other experiences outside will be skill-based in terms of Crucible and competitive PvP. So that's pretty much all I had to say about that. In other news, there have been some what's the word for that? Some less than pleasant tides forming in the Destiny community as of late. The overflow of the salt mines is starting to affect more, and the position of, I'm going to hate Bungie, I'm going to hate the people that are in the community that are figureheads or voices that are large, people that are frustrated and want a place, or people that just inherently want to be an angry person, are starting to find groups and become a larger voice. And it worries me because I've been gaming for a number of years now, and when things start happening that drives groups of people that are negative to have basically the same pull as positive, that's when games start to die, because the critical response doesn't matter. What matters is the community response. So remember, guys, just hope that the game gets better. I know I'm hopeful, but, opinions and things like that. Not saying anything bad, but, it's a game we all love, and we want to see it better. That's part of the love. So that's all I have for today. If you have any comments about Control, Iron Banner, Control Rift, Iron Banner, things like that, skill-based, connection-based, the challenge modes, anything, go ahead and leave a comment below. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, very much appreciated. And until the next video, have a great day, everyone.